When we first arrived at this farm, it was in a very tired condition. Nature was lacking prana. The soil was hard as a rock. There was no worms. It was overgrown, and the house was in a shocking condition. We decided to take it on to do this homotherapy experiment to see how we could transform a property with homa. Suryaya swaha, Suryaya idam namama, Prajapataye swaha, Prajapataye idam namama. Cows are important for Agnihotra. It's the cow dung that is burnt in the healing fires. Every morning before the sun is shining on the paddocks, we go out and collect fresh, warm dung patties. It's important to have plenty of airflow in the cow drying process because mouldy dung cannot be used in the fires. Within about 3 months of performing regular Agnihotra and Om Triambakam daily, applying ash over the soil, what we saw very clearly was that the soil started to become vital, and it was full of worms, it was more friable, it was holding moisture, far more moisture than in other farms. Indeed, conventional farmers, neighbours would come onto the land and say, "How come your soil is so full of moisture?" We have been growing small-scale crops of grain and pulse very successfully, disease-free, without irrigation or artificial fertilization, other than ploughing in green manure crops with Agnihotra ash and regular ash water foliar spray. In organic farming, it's very important to have remedies that can help the plant without any chemical input. In Agnihotra Homa farming, we use ash water spray, a foliar spray that is simply water that has been charged with Agnihotra ash. You get copper bins, you put the ash in the water, you stir it around, expose it to the sunlight for 3 days, protecting it from the rain, and then you filter that into a clean spray pack, spray it on your crops, spray it on your veggies, on your fruit trees. It's known scientifically that the pores of the plants open at the moment of sunrise and sunset. When we do Agnihotra, then we are filling the atmosphere with this prana and micronutrients, and that is also in the water particles. And so the pores open up and receive all that nutrient. And that's how you can heal the plant and maintain its health.
Mum and Dad grow these oranges on their Homa farm. So sweet and juicy, much better than the ones Mum buys in the market. Om Trambake Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Ovarakamiva Bandhanan Mricho Mukshiyamamritat Swaha. Om Trambake Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Ovarakamiva Bandhanan Mricho Mukshiyamamritat Swaha.
Every year we produce beautiful vegetables which are extremely tasty, and our neighbours recognise when they taste the food, they say, "Oh, this tastes beautiful." Broccoli this year, enormous heads. Our broccoli is organic, Homa broccoli, and it's so tasty and healthy, no problems whatsoever.
What you can see on this photo on the left-hand side is that this normal organic seed we bought, and we planted it and grew it in Homa atmosphere with Agnihotra ash and did Trambakam fire to fortify and give the plant or the seed a good start. The seed is first soaked in cow urine, then it is applied with some fresh cow manure which is almost completely dry. Then we plant it with ash in the soil, and the seed which you see on the right hand side is grown in Homa atmosphere. It's much larger as you can see it, and the taste is absolutely fantastic.
We have Homa honey, and for the first time we have our own beehives, and we've spun the honey. Now that honey is the most beautiful taste. In Homa atmosphere, bees undergo a positive mutation, and their honey is extremely medicinal.
At this Homa Therapy Center we do Homa farming, and for that reason we have installed in the Agnihotra hut a power point, one pyramid buried half a meter underground, a column, and there's one pyramid sitting on top. No fires are being burned in this power point. Then outside on the farm we have 4 columns, about 6 foot tall, filled with a column of soil, and on top of the soil we've placed this pyramid which is facing east-west. When Agnihotra is performed, the Agnihotra pyramid starts to resonate, as it is a science of resonance, and the pyramid in this column starts to resonate with the Agnihotra pyramid where the fire is burning. So with that we extend the effect of one Agnihotra fire, which is 40 acres, to an area up to 100 acres. To have an ongoing water supply we put a bore down. The bore is 40 meters deep, and as soon as the bore was established we had the water tested. The bore water was very saline and was very alkaline, a pH of 9.5, and it was 1150 parts per million. With that amount you can just grow a lettuce in that where it stops. So we performed Agnihotra right next to the borehole, and regularly we applied Agnihotra ash right into the borehole. And the Department of Water Resources requested that they do tests on our bores to measure the standing water level in regards to drought, and also to monitor the quality of the bore water here in the Hunter Valley, which we are allowed to do. So twice a year they do testing on this water. And they found that over time, a very short space of time, the salinity had dropped to 720 parts per million, which is constant now, and the pH is neutral, it sits at 7.2. We also had it tested by a proper laboratory, professional testing, to measure the salts and metals present in this bore water, and they found that this is right within the standards of the World Health Organization drinking water, potable water. So that is the change which Agnihotra has brought to this bore water.
We use the ghee and the Agnihotra ash for medicine for both the plants and for people, and for animals as well. So you take some Agnihotra ash and you sieve it into a fine powder and mix it with ghee, and you can apply it to wounds on trees, for example. You can apply it to wounds on people or animals. We mentioned how mange can be cured by rubbing the ash and ghee in the affected area, and these kinds of results happen all the time. The key to Homa farming and Homa therapy is daily Agnihotra, sunrise and sunset. We also supplement the biosphere created by these fires by doing other healing fires as well. At Om Shri Dham, we're here to teach people the techniques of Homa therapy so they can purify and energize their own environments and thus restore the balance to nature in our beautiful country.